everyone, it's Jessica, and today I am doing my top 10 products that are all under $10, and I am doing this video alongside my friend Candice from the channel Fancy That with Candice, and I just love her, and she's gonna do her own top 10 under 10 video. These are some of my favorite videos to watch because, first of all, you guys know I love drugstore products. Duh. Sometimes these videos that I've watched on other people's channels are what have helped me discover some of the makeup that has become my holy grail. And sometimes it's things that people mention that no one really talks about. A lot of them are, and so in this it's kind of a mix of some products that people talk about and some other ones that I haven't heard a lot about but that I personally love. So definitely check out her video. I will link it below. I think that you guys will like her. We have very similar channels. We both do a lot of drugstore. I don't know, she's just really bubbly and sweet, and she's a mom, which I am not a mom, but I've said before in videos, like in my top YouTubers that I love video that I recently put up, for some reason I'm drawn to people that are moms, and I don't know if it's because they remind me of my sisters that are all moms, and so I just feel that kindred, I don't know, but she's so sweet, and I love the style of her videos, and she edits them beautifully. She's so professional, and she deserves so many more subscribers than she has because she really is absolutely a gem on YouTube. So definitely check her out and check her video out, and let's go ahead and get into it. The very first product I wanted to mention is the Hard Candy Natural Eyes Palette. I'm wearing this today. What amazed me about this product was not only that it was so cheap, it's only like $8, but that it's almost an exact dupe for the $36 Too Faced Natural Eyes Palette. And I actually did a video on my channel where I compare with swatches and with like one eye done with the Hard Candy one and one eye done with the Too Faced one. A demo. So I'll link that below if you're interested, but this is $36, this is $8, and it's amazing. I think it's really good quality. There's a few differences in the palette, but not enough that it makes or breaks it. It's absolutely beautiful. I end up reaching for this so often over my Too Faced one. I really, really like it. The next product is one that I have used for years, and it is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana bronzer. And of course, this is a light shade, so it's more of a highlight. And this is just a really finely milled powder that ends up giving the nicest highlighty glow without having any shimmer, any sparkle, nothing. It's almost as if you can't tell it's on, and I'm gonna apply some more right now. I'm wearing it today right here, and it just looks like a really luminous, but nothing kind of in your face, but just a luminous glow. It's kind of one of those things where you look at someone that's got something like this on and you're like, oh, like what are they wearing? Like what is it on their skin that's making them look so nice, but not like glittery, and it's not like a stripe of highlight or anything like that. It is so perfect. I absolutely think this is a really good dupe for the Hourglass shade from their palette in this, I don't know which one it is. I think it's Dim Light or maybe it's Radiant Light, but it's this one here that doesn't have a ton of shimmer or anything. It's just, again, a finely milled kind of gray tone powder that looks beautiful in those strategic places. This is even something that you could dust all over your face like you would with these finishing powders. I love it so much, and it's like $3.99. My next one, I'm kind of cheating. I've got two products, and they're both from Hard Candy, and I had 11, and these were both separate, and I'm like, well, they're so similar. These are the Hard Candy baked products, and this is the Hard Candy bronzer highlighter in Tiki, and a lot of people talk about this one for good reason. I finally just recently bought it, and it's this unbelievably gorgeous kind of golden highlight, and the thing about it is it doesn't, like, I've got my MAC Soft and Gentle and products like that that are beautiful and glittery and shimmery, but sometimes you can get too much. This is something that, as long as you're not going crazy with it, it always looks perfect. It always looks perfect. And I was so torn today between which one I wanted to wear, but I went with this one just because it's the bomb. So is this one though. I think it is amazing, and you can buy these at Walmart. And this is something that I can tell you right now, if I ran out of this, I would go buy it again and again and again. I love it. The other Hard Candy product I wanted to mention, which is part of number 3, is their, what is it called? Their Ombre Baked Blush in Punch. And there's two different shades. There's Punch, and then there's another one. I think it's called like Sunburst. And that one's a little bit deeper or brighter. I don't remember. But this one I like the best because it was like a lighter pink, and that's usually what I gravitate towards. I'm wearing it today. It's got some shimmer in it, and I just swirl it all together. It's this gorgeous shimmery pink, and it's so light, you can tell. But when you apply it, it can, oh my gosh, like I just love this blush. I love it so much. I'm like forcing myself to use other blushes because I can't stop using this. I literally can't. I can link the haul where I hauled a lot of these hard candy products in a bunch of other drugstore below if you're interested in seeing all the other things I got. The next one I actually just filmed a review for today, and I'm not sure if I don't think it'll be up yet, but it'll be up soon. And this is the $3 NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder in Translucent. And I'm wearing this today just in my T-zone. And this is amazing at mattifying your face, but not so much that you look like a porcelain doll, because I don't really like that look on myself, but more so that it soaks up excess oil, but it still lets your skin breathe. Like, it still gives you kind of a bit of a dewy look, or at least kind of more of a radiant look, but there's no glitter, no shimmer. It's a matte loose powder, but it just does a great job of kind of bridging the gap between something crazy mattifying and then something that's a powder that just doesn't work. It's right in between, and I love it. I reach for this over my really expensive Bye Bye Pores from IT Cosmetics and all kinds of other things. This is my favorite. The next product, I'm wearing most of these on my face today, which of course I did intentionally, so I think I'm wearing everything so far except for this hard candy highlighter I'm not wearing today. So my next favorite, these are my favorite drugstore lipsticks. These are the Revlon ones in their super lustrous line. They have like cream formula, matte formula, lustrous formula. I mean, they've got quite a few. And then if you've ever really looked, I feel like I always overlooked it for years because you see all of these and there's just tons, but there are so many options. It's unbelievable. And some of these colors have been around forever, decades and decades, which I think is so cool because that just shows how long these have withstood the test of time. Like, they've never needed to redo this whole line. Like, it is just amazing the way it is. And two of my favorites are Primrose, which is what I'm wearing today. It's kind of a nice baby pink color, but it's a little more wearable than a lot of the baby pinks that are out there, I think. And then the next one I love, which I've mentioned recently on my channel, is Pink in the Afternoon. And it's got a little more of a deeper tone to it, but again, just as wearable for every day. I love these so much. I actually had quite a few more, but I got rid of them recently because I'd had them for a long time. But I want to go back out and maybe do a true review on these because no one talks about them because they've been around forever, but they are amazing and I want to get quite a few more shades. And the packaging is so classic to me. Like, it's classic Hollywood, just black with the gold, and then there's the gold, not ferrule, but like bullet casing. It's just so classic lipstick to me. I love these so much. The next thing I wanted to mention is a lot more practical than all of these, and this is the C.O. Bigelow My Favorite Night Balm. This is a lip balm that's meant to be used obviously at night, like before you go to bed, and it's a really nice, thick, luxurious lip balm, and it's like maybe $6 or $7 at Bath & Body Works and anywhere else online you can buy C.O. Bigelow. I actually have the My Favorite Lip Balm, which is like the day version, and it's actually bigger, but I've noticed that this, I love the smell. It's kind of a nice like vanilla-y smell, but it kind of dries my lips out. And this one is amazing. I end up using it in the morning when I first wake up just to really moisturize my lips. I used it this morning while getting ready. And then throughout the day, I need to buy just like 3 of these to have one in my car, one in my purse, one in my nightstand, I need to buy like a million. But a lot of times Bath & Body Works will do their like buy 2 get 1 free or buy 2 get 2 free, and I think I might do that the next time they do something like that and just buy a bunch of these. So this one was kind of a letdown for me, but this one is absolutely amazing. I use it every single day, constantly. The next thing, I just did a demo and review, and I'm wearing it on my eyebrows today. It's the e.l.f. Essential Instant Lift Eyebrow Pencil, and I'm wearing natural brown, and they have 2 other shades, taupe and then deep brown. But I'm wearing it on my brows today. This is the only drugstore pencil I've found that actually doesn't pull red on my eyes, that's actually a similar shade to what I want. And I actually like this. The actual pencil is thicker than most eyebrow pencils are. Like, I love my Anastasia Brow Wiz, but this one's thicker, which I think is kind of nicer because it's a little easier to work with in a way. I don't know why, but it really is to me. And then the spoolie on the other side is much bigger than most brow pencils come with, but again, I kind of like it. It really gets in there, and you can still use the tip to brush through. But again, I have a demo of this I can link. I know I'm mentioning that for all these, but there's a reason I've demo and reviewed most of these products. It's because I love them and I want to share it with you guys. So anything I reviewed, I will link below. This is amazing. If you're looking for a brow pencil, these are $2. You can't even go wrong. It's $2, even if you hate it. I mean, it was $2. It's like nothing. This is my favorite drugstore foundation. It is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour foundation. And I'm wearing it in the shade 100 Ivory today. This is probably what I'll wear on my wedding day. I've got to figure out though, it's got an SPF of 20, which is great for every day, but it might have a flashback, so I need to check that. But this pump I actually got from a website called beautymp.com. They sell a few different pumps for different foundations that they sell. Like I bought one for Revlon Color Stay, and they sell the NARS Sheer Glow pump. And they're like $5, so it's not too bad. And worth it to me because I'm using this every day and I was tired of dumping it out. I know that in the UK they come with pumps. I wish. I don't know why the US, Anyway, this foundation is amazing. I actually have two different shades. I went and bought one and I fell in love with it when I did my demo, but it's a little bit deeper than my skin tone. This is 101 Classic Ivory. So then I went back and got 100, and these, I mean, I can wear either one. It's actually more of the undertone that's different. This, I think the 100 is a little more almost grayish yellowish tone, and this one's a little bit warmer. So anyway, I think these are absolutely amazing. They're so cheap. Even for a drugstore foundation, they're cheap. They're like $5.99, maybe $6.99. So I can't recommend this enough. It just gives such a flawless, I think, high coverage finish, and I just apply it with my fingers. I found that I like this one best, just apply with my fingers. It's so smooth and it feels so light, and yet it covers so much. I've got a lot of hyperpigmentation and freckles, and it covers things so beautifully. Oh my gosh, it's like the most flawless foundation I've ever used, and I've used a lot of high-end ones too, and this is still my favorite. The next one I wanted to mention is a lip liner, which I'm also wearing today under that Revlon one, and this is the Rimmel Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in East End Snob. Now, I recently hauled this, and then I even more recently hauled another similar shade in Enchantment, and it's just a little bit deeper than this, but I love East End Snob because it's, for me, it's almost exactly my lip color, but you can fill in your lips and it makes them look beautiful and plump and matte. But it also is unbelievably amazing at just lining your lips or filling it in and then putting a lipstick on top, which is what I did. And I think that what's cool about this lip liner is the shape of it. It's a little bit thicker, and it's actually shaped like that, like a lipstick would be, instead of like a classic pencil is. And I think that is really, really cool and useful. I feel like I can get the corners of my mouth a little bit better with this shape. The last thing I'm gonna talk about, number 10, like number 11, is my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. Now, I'm actually not wearing this today because I also filmed a review while I was getting ready of this YSL one, which I got for free. I would never spend $32 on this. Although now that I've reviewed it, I might because it's amazing. And I hate that it is because it's so expensive, but a very, very similar mascara to that is the L'Oreal Voluminous, which I have loved for years. It's got a really perfectly shaped natural bristle brush, and they sell this in waterproof and non-waterproof, and they sell ones with curved brushes, but this is the non-waterproof straight brush in black, and it does such an amazing job of not only being black and adding volume and adding length, but it also actually holds the curl. Even the non-waterproof actually holds the curl all day. Most mascaras that I've used, I love the way they look when I first apply them, but then they totally look different by the end of the day. It looks like I didn't even try. But this is amazing, and you don't even have to, like, I feel like waterproof versions of most mascaras will hold the curl, but to get a non-waterproof one that still holds it is amazing. So I can't recommend this highly enough. I've bought probably like 25 of these in my lifetime. So those were all of my top 10 under $10 products. If you're interested in me doing maybe a top 10 or worst 10 under 10 or like a worst drugstore products type of video, because as I was looking through my makeup collection and picking out my absolute favorites, I saw a ton of things that I'm like, oh my gosh, but remember how bad this was, and oh my gosh, remember how bad this was. So I think it might be fun. I don't know that I would have 10, but I have quite a few that I would love to share with you guys that I think are just terrible, that you should stay away from. But I like the idea of keeping it just to the drugstore ones for one video and maybe doing a separate high-end one that I regret. I don't know. So let me know if you'd be interested in me doing a video like that. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Check out reviews of all of these products. That's why I'm here. That's why I have my channel, is to review products, let you guys know about them. So if you want to see any of these more in depth, definitely check below for links. And I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.